Hi, my name is Min, and I am part of NerdMedia. I'm a master's student at the University of Waterloo. I'm a TA as well as a private tutor. I'm going to basically present to you all the different methodologies of learning, including one of my very own at the very end. And these are basically the fundamental methods that you need to learn effectively. So listen carefully, okay? I will go one by one. 1. The first learning method is hierarchy organization concept. Hierarchy organization concept means that there are important information and there is less important information. Now, in order to do well in any sort of school and learning, you need to be able to differentiate what is important and what is not. If you can't differentiate the two and they mesh together, you're going to end up with this huge amount of information and you're going to start learning things that will not be on the test and things that are not important. The second thing that you need to be able to, technique is called something called gap learning. And a gap learning is essentially what the name suggests, is that there are things you know and there are things you don't know. And how often have you found yourself learning things or reading over things that you already know? And have you ever asked yourself, why am I reading the same thing over and over again? So this is where the idea of gap learning comes in. Gap learning basically tells you to focus on things you don't know. So one way of, let's say, doing this is that when you're reading over a note and you're writing down notes, and so you close your eyes and you write what you know. You write everything what you know. And then you compare what you know to your notes. And then everything that you have missed out is what you don't know. And those are the things you need to focus your time on. Not on the things that you already know, because if you can close your eyes and write down everything that's in your brain, then you already know it and there's no need to go back. The third thing that I want to teach to you guys is the idea of a fundamental recondite knowledge. Now, recondite simply means recondite is essentially words, definitions, and meanings that you need, words that you need to understand before you can actually understand the material. Okay, so like if you are in science, there are certain scientific words that you need to understand in order to understand the concepts. What I like to call this the definitions. So whenever you come across a course or some sort of material, you need to learn that language. Essentially, is that what you mean? So what I usually like to do is I usually have a page of definitions, of difficult words, of words that I need to know in order to understand the concept. And you should be doing that too. Whenever you come across material, you should write down words which are, say, different, but very important when it comes to that specific field or course that you're learning. And then the fourth thing that's very, very important actually is personalizing the information. Okay, you probably remember what you wore today, but probably forgot what your friend wore. Why? Because it's personalized to you. When people present you a concept or information, they're presenting it in their form, in their way. If you remember information that other people present in its original form, you are actually remembering other people's information and you're not personalizing it. And if you don't personalize information, then you will never be able to remember it easily. So a lot of people like to color code their information. People like to summarize in their own words, summary. Anything that allows you to personalize word, think of examples in your daily life, for example, analogies that relate to the content you're learning will help you hugely when it comes to learning effectively.